Location: Marietta, Georgia. Late 1943. December 1943. The hum of powerful engines fills the air as a new giant aircraft slowly taxis onto the runway at the Bell Aircraft Factory in Marietta, Georgia. At first glance, the B-29 Superfortress looks like something from another world. Massive, sleek, a flying fortress. To the untrained eye, it seems like a complex, oversized machine that couldn't possibly live up to the legends of American air power, especially against the well-honed Japanese Imperial Navy and Army air forces. But in the air above the Pacific, this bomber would prove itself capable of changing the course of the war. It is a machine of unmatched ambition, designed with precision to carry a larger payload, reach higher altitudes, and fly longer distances than anything before it. The B-29 Superfortress is America's answer to the aerial deadlock in the Pacific. However, when the Japanese High Command first heard rumors of such a massive bomber, they dismissed it with arrogance. In the airfields of Japan, officers scoffed at the idea of a bomber of such size. How could a machine so large possibly be effective? They said. They laughed, confident that their own fighters would be able to take down any such aircraft long before it reached their shores. They underestimated the power of the B-29, its ability to carry its weight in bombs and return home despite fierce opposition. By the time the first B-29 squadron reached the Pacific Theater in late 1944, the Japanese military's laughter had long since faded, but the shock was just beginning. Location: Saipan, Mariana Islands, November 24, 1944. November 24, 1944. The Pacific Ocean stretches endlessly beneath the wings of the B-29s as they soar toward Japan. The mission is bold, the first ever raid on the Japanese homeland. The fleet of superfortresses, including the famous Enola Gay, departs from the island of Saipan, deep within American-controlled territory in the Marianas. This is no routine strike on a far-off target. This is the first of many that will soon be raining down on Tokyo itself. In the cockpit of Enola Gay, Major Paul Tibbets grips the controls, eyes narrowed, his fingers brushing the release lever. He knows the significance of what they're about to do, not just a bombing run, but the first step toward reshaping the course of the war. With his co-pilot, Captain Robert Lewis, by his side, he prepares for the unthinkable. To the Japanese on the ground, their radar systems remain largely ineffective against the B-29s. These bombers are designed to fly high, to avoid interception by the nimble but less powerful Japanese fighters. And fly high they do, far beyond the reach of most conventional Japanese anti-aircraft weapons. As the B-29s approach Japan's shores, the ground forces below are oblivious to the menace above. Japanese radar operators, having detected the incoming planes, report their findings, but by the time the bombers are in range, it's too late. Tokyo, still recovering from the losses of the previous years of war, remains a city full of false security. The B-29's arrival marks the beginning of an unforeseen nightmare. From 30,000 feet, the bombs begin to fall, slicing through the air with terrifying precision. A wave of firebombs rains down on Tokyo, igniting entire blocks of the city in infernos. The Japanese citizens, many of whom have never seen such a large and terrifying weapon, watch in horror as the city begins to burn. Thousands die in the flames, their homes and lives reduced to smoldering ruins. This is just the first of many such raids. The Japanese generals who once dismissed the B-29 as a mere curiosity now watch helplessly as their cities burn beneath it. It's no longer a laughing matter. Location: Tokyo, Japan, March 10, 1945. March 10, 1945. Tokyo is a shell of what it once was. The smoke that blankets the city is thick and suffocating, a constant reminder of the destruction that has fallen upon it. The B-29s, now a regular presence in Japanese airspace, arrive every few days, each time bringing a new wave of devastation. The first raid was a shock, but as the days pass, the frequency of the attacks increases. Japanese civilians can no longer sleep at night knowing that the B-29s are coming. The Japanese leadership, once so confident in their defensive capabilities, is forced to confront the reality that they are no longer in control of their own skies. On the ground, the consequences are devastating. The B-29's incendiary bombs, designed to create massive fires, have turned Tokyo into a firestorm. Thousands of civilians die in each raid, and entire districts are wiped out. The Imperial Japanese Navy and Army are helpless to stop the bombers. The anti-aircraft defenses are overwhelmed, and Japanese fighter planes, though brave and determined, are no match for the high-flying superfortresses. In the high command, Japanese generals now look at the reports coming in with a deep sense of disbelief. The B-29s are not just large bombers, they are the harbingers of doom. They can bomb Japan at will, causing destruction that no one had predicted. The U.S. Army Air Force has demonstrated its ability to strike at the heart of the Japanese Empire, and it's clear the war is far from over, but the balance of power is shifting in ways that Japan's military leaders can no longer deny. The day is coming when the full force of the B-29's firepower will be unleashed, and Tokyo, the heart of the Japanese Empire, will be only the first of many cities to feel its wrath. Location: Tokyo, Japan, August 1945. August 1945. The war is nearly over, but the bombing of Japan continues. The B-29 superfortresses have completed their mission. Now, more than ever, Japan feels the weight of its defeat. It is no longer a matter of if they will lose, but when. The Japanese military, still reeling from the destruction caused by the B-29s, knows that it is only a matter of time before Japan will be forced to surrender. The Americans, through their innovative use of technology and air superiority, have effectively ended the strategic advantage Japan once held. The B-29s did what no other bombers before them could do. They destroyed Japan's industrial capacity, broke its morale, and crippled its ability to continue the war. As the bombs continue to fall on Japan's remaining cities, the Japanese leadership begins to reconsider their position. The destruction is undeniable. The B-29s are not just attacking military targets, they are striking at the very heart of the Japanese people. The war, which had seemed unthinkable to lose just a year before, is now a grim reality. The Japanese generals who had once laughed at the B-29 superfortress can only watch as their country is consumed by fire and ruin. The Air Force they had once relied on is now powerless against the relentless attacks from the sky. They finally understand the gravity of their mistake. The B-29 superfortress, a machine they had once scoffed at, had become the instrument of Japan's downfall.